Hi, everybody. This is Jason Rosenbaum. I'm an adjunct instructor at Washington University. And today I'm going to show you how to edit out a stumble in your podcast using Adobe Audition. What I have here is recording what is usually the first thing that I say when you start recording a politically speaking podcast. And I intentionally made a mistake saying my own name so I can show you how to excise the stumble and connect one phrase to another where it sounds relatively seamless. I'm going to play the clip right now.
And welcome to Politically Speaking. I'm your host, St. Louis Public Radio's Jason Rosenbaum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm your host, St. Louis Public Radio political correspondent, Jason Rosenbaum.
Okay, so you probably noticed that I realized that I made a mistake. I paused for basically a second, and then I did a 5-second countdown before taking another roughly 3/4 of a second to restate what I wanted to restate. And that's important because it's always good to have a little bit of blank space in between what you are cutting and what exactly you want to connect in case you want a little bit of space between the two phrases. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to zoom in right here by pressing this. And I'm going to try to find the point that I want to put a marker in front of so I know where to cut. So in this particular instance, it's right here. And I'm going to press F8. And then I'm going to scroll to probably around here. And then press F8 again. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to left click the mouse from one marker. I'm going to drag until I get to the other marker. I'm going to make sure that I've actually placed the marker at the correct point. In this point, I went a little bit too far. So you got to get it pretty much exactly right. And then I press delete. So what's going to happen is I've just deleted the stumble and I've connected the phrase I want to keep with the phrase that I want to sub in, and it sounds something like this.
And welcome to Politically Speaking. I'm your host, St. Louis Public Radio political correspondent, Jason Rosenbaum.
So there you go. It sounds relatively natural. I don't think you can necessarily tell that I excised a stumble. And I also just made sure that there was enough space between this phrase and that phrase to where it wasn't so close together that it was obvious that I was editing. As with other editing situations, you have to be mindful of keeping a little bit of space here or making sure that there's only one breath connecting certain phrases. As I mentioned before, if you are taking out a stumble or a part of a podcast that's unnecessary, and you don't make sure that there aren't two breaths in there, the listener's going to realize that you edited something out, and you want to try to avoid that as much as possible. So that's how you edit out a stumble. If you have any questions, email me at jrosenbaum@stlpublicradio.org. See you next time.